What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to the 2021 studio tour. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting this, so it should get interesting, give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes footage, I guess, as well as show you guys how I kind of organize my LEGO, because I know a lot of you guys are running out of space, myself included, but how can we best utilize that space, I guess? Anyways, this one should get interesting. I'm hoping to do basically a tour every year and show you guys how the studio's kind of changed and what we're kind of doing. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to kick us off, I actually really want to show you guys this. Now, if you guys like mocks, go check out my mock series, Building Tortuga Bay. We've completed this, but what I'm excited about is that we actually have a space to build mocks from now on. So I already have ideas for the next mock. I'll be letting you guys know shortly what it's going to be. I'm just taking a break, but yeah, this is kind of where we store, or I guess build the mock, and it's stored here for now, but I'm gonna have to take it down. RIP, unfortunately. But what I really wanted to show you guys as well is how we sort of store Lego. So I have all these drawers, there's 6 of them from IKEA, and they're all organized into episodes. And what I mean by that is this is episode 1. And we got some episode 2 sneaking in there, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? You run out of space, right? And then the minifigs are also kind of done like this. So all the original trilogy, Mandalorian sequel trilogy minifigs are stored in here, and all the prequel and before are stored in the other one, which we'll show. And how the system sort of kind of works is you'll notice these are the episode 6 minifigs. These are more episode 6 minifigs. I guess I got 2 bags. That's interesting. We got some episode 5 figs, snow troopers. They're all organized into bags, so if I really need to find these figs, it's not too difficult. Rebel pilots, more rebel personnel, Endor personnel. These are more so organized in just factions instead of episodes. Here we have a bunch of episode 4 minifigs. I believe this is Solo and Rogue One minifigs, Stormtroopers, sequel trilogy people. As you can see, I don't own too many of them. And yeah, we got some Mandalorian figs. And then manuals I haven't quite organized. I need to stick them in binders. And then we got some other figs here. This is an awesome looking, he's fake, but I love Zelda, so wanted to show that off. Moving into the next drawer. If you guys watched the last episode or the last time that we did a room tour for 2020, it was a little bit more organized. Why I say that is I'm kind of running out of space, but I'll just briefly go over this as well. We got battle droids, Sith, Jedi, clone troopers, organized into phase 1 and 2. Then we got some miscellaneous people, basically episode 1 figs along with 20th anniversary and weapons. That's sort of how we kind of work it in here. And then I'll just briefly show you guys this. Episode 3 sets. Episode 4 sets, Solo, Rogue One. This thing is just bursting out. I need to figure out another container, something to kind of separate maybe Solo and episode 4 sets or Rogue One. We got episode 5, which is looking just as full as episode 4 almost. And then last, episode 6 and the Mandalorian. There's actually a bit more space in this one. Deceptively, like you can actually fit quite a bit in there, but that's kind of how I organize my Lego basically. At least for Star Wars, I should say. Then moving into the rest of the suite. What I like to do, just because I don't have a lot of space to like put sets, is a lot of times I'll bring out a set and I'll just have it on like a table or whatnot. I do that from time to time. Here we have some adventurer sets, as you guys can see. From the Egyptian line, the Dino line, and even from the Amazon line. So that's, it's a way of displaying your Lego if you don't have the space to display them all at one time. Just switch it up. That way you get to appreciate, I guess, different sets over time. It's not always just the same ones. Over here, as you guys can see, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these boxes. These are full of Lego. They're kind of making up my backlog and whatnot. This is actually kind of cool. This was from a haul. and I kind of want to show you guys what's in here. So we got some old OG Star Wars sets. I need to actually clean them, but they were pretty clean from the person I bought it from. And then we got some more backlog. Actually, this is a collection I've been kind of working on. So moving into the TV area, these are all the different game systems I have. So I have a Switch, N64, PS4, SNES, GameCube. That's a mini NES, but it is a knockoff. All the other ones are original. PlayStation, Xbox One, Xbox 360. So I'm a big gamer. I just don't have a lot of time to play. But I've also been working on my Star Wars game collection. Let me just show you guys that. So here we have the binder, and open it up to all my Star Wars games. I'm trying to get every single Star Wars game ever made. It's taking some time, but we're getting there. I think I have close to 20, which is pretty good. I'm even getting some of the older PlayStation games. And hopefully one day I'll have them all. I also have Rogue Squadron and actually, let me show you guys in here. Battle for Naboo is right there. I have a number of N64 games as well that are Star Wars, but that's kind of the goal. I'd like to own every single Star Wars game. I think that would be cool, and I love playing them. Here we have a couple replica weapons. So we got a katana and a cutlass. Love collecting those. Moving into the rest of the suite. I know last time I did this, you guys weren't happy because I didn't show off the kitchen. So there's the kitchen. It's not completely done. There has to be some shelving units put into there, into that back area. You see that's kind of messy, but yeah, that's the kitchen. Here's some Star Wars sets. Again, you just set them up, the space you have, swap them out every so often, keep it fresh. That's kind of what I do, so you can kind of appreciate different Lego sets you own instead of just sticking them constantly, in the drawers and never seeing them again. Moving into the rest of the suite, we have this curtain. So what we got here is more sets. So what I do is I put used sets that I bought, say from Bricklink, but they're used, they're not new. And I'll kind of put them in Ziploc bags and just have them organized in here. So when I'm able to build them, I will. Over here we have some city sets and some more backlog. I kind of name what the sets are as well. Moving into the bottom here, I'll show you guys a little bit what's going on. And I just pulled them completely out so you guys can get a better look. Here we have a bunch of manuals that I have to organize. Again, I do binders, but anyways, that's how these guys kind of are. Kind of organized, but not so much. Here we have some, superhero sets and whatnot. And then in the other box, this is what I kind of do is I just organize them into themes. We have a bunch of classic space sets. So that's kind of what I do. I find it works best. That way you can find stuff. Not everything's mixed. You're like, where is that set? And in here's the bathroom. I know, really interesting. You guys just couldn't help yourselves to see that. Oh, by the way, I swapped out the light. I know one of you guys mentioned last time that one of the lights was dead. Moving into my room, we have more Lego. So behind this door, we got these boxes right here. I might eventually have to get a storage unit, but I'm really trying to avoid that. Had that in the past and it just sucked. But yeah, this is kind of more of the backlog. And we got some more Lego up there. Some more Lego boxes right here. Actually, I'm a big sports guy, just in case you guys maybe would find that interesting. I've got Josh Allen's jersey right here. Calgary Flames. And I'm actually quite into reading. Moving into here, we got nothing too crazy, just basically some Lego books. If you guys would like me to review Lego books, let me know. Episode 1, I absolutely love this. It's like a special edition Star Wars video cassette, basically, or VHS, I should say. Got another replica weapon. It's a flintlock pistol. And then moving into here, we got some different hats. This is a studio tour, room tour, so I know some people like to see this stuff. If you're not, just skip ahead. And then moving into over here, we got the Star Destroyer. Now this thing is a behemoth. It is kind of dusty, unfortunately. I need to dust it, but anyways, it's a great display piece. I'm a big reader as well, so I got all my novels on the top here just to kind of... Space is always an issue, especially if you like collecting things. Lego alone takes up lots of space, and then you mix in books and video games, and it gets a little tricky. Here we have the 2005 Death Star, along with the UCS Slave 1, couple brick heads, Boba Fett bust. That pretty well does the room. There's one last area I want to kind of show you guys, and it's a more backlog, just to, you know, but it gives you guys a good idea how to kind of store things. We got these big shelving units from IKEA, and on the top shelf we actually have more Lego. So on the bottom ones it's all like plates and all that good stuff, but on the very top shelf is kind of like where I store more Lego. So it's best to try and utilize space as well as you can. It does get tricky, but this really does help if you're a big Lego collector or if you have a YouTube channel. That's what I kind of do. Oh, and there's one last area I want to show you guys. And it's actually under my bed. So again, any area you can kind of store Lego, store stuff, do it. This has 1.5 feet of clearance, or about 1/2 meter. And here I have all my random pieces that I use for like mocks and whatnot. In this container, we got castle stuff, the new medieval blacksmith, which is absolutely a beautiful set. Right here we have pirates. So this is kind of where we store all the pirate Lego sets. And in here, we have all my adventurer sets. So I kind of got it all organized. Temple of Anubis is right there, if you guys can see it. Awesome set. Anyways, that's how I kind of organize everything. There's actually a couple more containers this way. And again, these are just the same thing, organized. We have some Viking Lego. There's actually some Ninja Lego in here as well. Those big white pieces and those green base plates. And then over here, we got some castle and pirate stuff, but predominantly, this is the old school, well, Lone Ranger sets, as well as the Wild West sets. But that pretty well does the studio room tour. Hopefully it helped you guys out kind of how to organize your Lego and gave you guys a little bit of eyes on what we kind of do in the background, how all these videos are sort of made. But yeah, that pretty well does the video. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future studio tours, etc., how to organize your Lego. But yeah, that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.